Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Twing with a little twist on it. Not so much a twist, but just a little variation that you can take one tangle and just change it just a little bit to get a different tangle. But first of all, let me show you. This is my twist on Twing. You might have seen it in my other video, and here I taught it the class, and I did the little twist on Twing. But in my class, sometimes people bring their small children to the class, which I don't mind a bit. And one of their, after class, she gave me this little note to teacher, and she, love ya. And I adore little notes like that from my students or their children. So let's take a tile, and I always like to do, not always, but it's to do the dot and border, and I'm going to put a very light dot in the corners, and then my border. It just gives me a start and an end place. And then I'm going to put a zigzag line, like we start Twing, just down through the center. And it varies in size. It really doesn't matter. Matter of fact, I like it when it varies. And then we're going to take our pen and do a little droopy line, and I call this like the telephone line runs, or the power line that runs from one pole to the next, and that it kind of sags down in. And that one's going to just kind of go into infinity. And then I like to turn my tile over because I get a better stroke. And as you see, if you've done Twing, Twing is usually echoed. The zigzag is usually echoed, but this time I chose not to, and I'm not putting a line down the center. Sometimes you can just skip a few steps in a tangle and you come up with a new tangle. I did not come up with this. I just saw it done and I thought, yes, that's another way of doing, changing it. And so now I'm just going to, in the top of the V, just little circles. About a third of the way down your little V. So when your V is bigger, you're going to have more circles. Just a little pile of circles. Almost forgot that little one. That one just going to take a few. Then I rotate my tile and I do the same thing on this side. And there we have our little circles in each one. Then lines and circles are one of your favorite friends. And then I'm just going to put like, and there's sometimes I will start at the middle and draw my line down. And it's just slowly getting wider. Or you can start at the top and draw your line down. So we're just going to fill in that space with those lines. I usually don't go backwards. My strokes are much better if I go this direction towards me. I don't like to put my hand over the top of what I've drawn, so I rotated that around. And there we have my variation of Twing. And to enhance this, I'm just going to take my white jelly roll. Might take a minute for it to get going. There we go. And I'm just going to put a little bit of white in those little circles. Just fill those circles in with white. You can see how that really makes, on this gray paper that I'm using, how it makes that just pop out. So we get a little pop there. And I can also take my graphite and just put graphite just as it comes out. Those lines where they're close together just come out here. Take my blending stump and blend them out. And we get better contrast. Now, I could take again and I could add another zigzag line through here, or I could use that as my string as I did on these tangles. I just added it, did it as a string so I could add other tangles to each side. And that's a great way to use a tangle. And you could come back and I could echo this, or put an aura around it. That kind of helps it stand out a little bit more and give you a spot to tangle on either side. Embellishment and changing tangles is lots of fun. You can look at tangles in a new light. Who would have thought that Twing could have been done so simply? So hope you enjoyed this lesson today. Have a great day and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and your support by shopping at inkadoodles.com is a great way to help me support this channel. You can get the gray tiles, pens, jelly rolls at the store. Thanks again and have a great day.